How's everybody doing? My name is Alan Roberts. Thank you for joining me again today. Starting to make a lot more videos. Feeling much better than I did before about making videos because, very frankly, I was worried I was going to say something that was going to get me arrested. And that's no shit because the world is absolutely fucking crazy right now. We're apparently at war without declaring war. There's so much crazy bullshit, right? So many things that I could talk about and how crazy our world is. But, you know, a lot of times people don't look to me for things on the political nature. They look to me for things on health nature. And so I thought I would discuss the incoming influx of healthcare AI. Because if you don't believe this is what's happening very, very soon, you are sadly mistaken in fooling yourselves. It's weird to watch so many people talk about progress and that are about to have their jobs progressed out. If you are a lawyer or a doctor, surgeon even, you should be terrified. Like if there's something that is just a by the book thing, you should be absolutely terrified. I don't think medical coding is going to be even a human job within the next year. I think that'll be completely done by AI. And here's the problem with all of this, right? The company that would own the AI would hire an AI company that would make them the maximum amount of profit. That's the whole idea by this. When it's a publicly shared company, especially, which every healthcare conglomerate is, they're publicly traded companies, except for things like UPMC. But UPMC is basically, well, if you live in Pennsylvania, you know that they are literally a criminal organization. They are very, 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 very akin to they're criminals. They run the state. They don't allow other competition. For a long time, they wouldn't even pay tax. They didn't even say that they had employees. They just said that they had like independent contractors. Like it was an amazing thing. Largest employer in the state and wasn't even paying taxes. And of course you are if you live in Pennsylvania. But there's already talk about several large corporations moving away from even radiologists because it's image reading and then it's prognosis from it. This is super dangerous, right? Super, super, super dangerous. It is a way to pathologize profit in a way that we have never seen before, because this is not going to reduce prices for the people. I can guarantee you that. If we want to reduce healthcare prices, we need to get healthy as a population by getting better sleep, hydration, stress relief, avoiding ultra processed foods as if they were, well, how they are actually bad for you. So I just wanted to run through some statistics. And while I am not against AI, I hope everybody understands that. I am absolutely not against AI, as I frankly fucking I'm using AI to write Hunger Free and Happy, the app. It's an amazing tool. But I can tell you that it is helping me to avoid probably $100,000, $200,000 worth of cost in building an app, because that's what it normally costs to build an app is $100,000 to $200,000 at a minimum, especially for something that reads all the ultra processed foods, tracks all your nutrition, hydration, sleep, stress relief. You can do workouts right on it. You can be involved in the challenges right on it. There's so many things, so many aspects to it. It would have been at least $150,000, $200,000 to write the app. I'm not saying that it was free, but I'm certainly saying I did not pay $150,000 to $200,000 to write this app in this last year. Me and my computer sat down and went through AI, and I'm going to do a whole video series on how we wrote the app after the app is released on the Google store. But I just wanted to go over some insanity for you, right? So if we took a 300-pound, 5'10" male that was newly diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, let's just as a case study, right? And we look for the short term, 0 to 2 years, and the long term, 5+ years, for the treatments of these things. And the treatment was done by a profit maximizing AI programmed by the company that owns it to maximize revenue and profit, or a health maximizing AI programmed to maximize the patient's long-term health, well-being, lifestyle quality, and chances of diabetes remission. Now notice how the healthcare one, how the health maximizing AI is just basically talking about getting, well and living a longer, happier, healthier life. The profit maximizing one is not illegal. It is actually what they would go for, because they have a fiduciary legal responsibility to their shareholders to try to maximize profit. Like that will be their shield, is that they have a legal responsibility and they will skate along the lines. It wouldn't even surprise me if the AI did what the lawyers do for most medical places. And by the way, when you're a healthcare executive, you meet with the lawyers at least once or twice a fucking year because they tell you what you can get away with and can't get away with. And that's no shit. Like just so everybody states. Like lawsuits happen in healthcare all the time. The third major cause of death in the United States is the healthcare industry. It's medical error. And they kill 370 some thousand people, and they permanently disable anywhere from 350 to 425,000 more. It's reality, right? Plus, there's the overprescription of medications, the overpathologizing of things like autism and so sorts of stuff. Like that's another thing too. Like we started telling everybody that they have autism. No, you might just be weird. Okay, if you can bitch about how people treat you because you have autism online, I'm going to say that you're fine. Like, it's disgusting to me. This is a complete side note, but it's disgusting to me. I have multiple friends who have nonverbal children because they have autism. And yet you have to hear these people fucking bitch about their autism on their fucking TikToks talking about how people don't treat them right socially. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're fucking fine. That would be like me complaining about ADHD. And I can't stand when people complain about their ADHD either. I fucking love my ADHD. It makes me fucking completely crazy in most eyes, but I fucking love it. It's how I can sit down with AI and write an app. It's how I can do all these fucking things, you know? But back to our scenario. For each AI described, we're going to list off the likely treatment plan, which is medications, lifestyle interventions, testing, procedures. And we're going to do it on the short term, 0 to 2 years, long term, 5 years. And we're going to do that for the treatment, but we're also going to do that for the medical burden, meaning the total medical burden to the person slash the people, right? So just so we can be clear, we're looking at somewhere around the lines for, it's so gross to me. I just can't even get over how disgusting this is. So the profit AI, the immediate high margin, which is the GLP-1, along with it's either semaglutide or Ozempic and metformin. They have quarterly labs, which is CGM and an eco for maximal reimbursable imaging. They have bariatric referrals if high margin procedure, and they are targeted by the brand name drugs and the revenue per claim. Healthcare, they would intensify lifestyle, 500 750 calorie deficit diet, 150 to 300 minutes minutes of exercise walking a week, and behavioral therapy. And then they would go metformin as a first line or berberine, depending on the advancement of stages. They would do a standard A1C, BP, and lipid monitoring only. And they would target the root cause of weight loss and target root cause weight loss for remission. So the Profit AI, the lifelong patented GLP-1 add-ons, insulin pump devices, quarterly testing, and sustained dependence adds procedures for complications. The remission rate is going to be about 5 to 14%. Like, so if you even do that shit right, especially if you manage to get the person bariatric surgery and stuff like that, that you can still put people in about 5 to 14% in remission long term. But health maintenance, which is maintenance lifestyle, 200 to 300 minutes of walking, tapered, discontinued meds if remission, annual monitoring only, remission rate is 30 to 66%. So we know that lifestyle, like, it's statistical. Like, this isn't me just making shit up, by the way. Statistically and by the data, lifestyle intervention, getting proper sleep, hydration, stress relief, watching your ultra-processed food intake, making sure you get daily and weekly, a minimum amount of daily and weekly activity, and getting some stress relief involved in your life, that has a better chance of remission, especially if you couple it with things like berberine and or NC2, or even metformin if you need to on a temporary basis. That has a 30 to 66% remission rate. 30 to 66% versus 5 to 14. Medicalized up the fucking ass, tons of fucking side effects, all that shit, and yet 30 to 66% with lifestyle. So, and by the way, doctors, any of you that would like to fucking debate me on this, it's just your fucking data. It's like the fucking data from the NIH and the CDC. It's your actual fucking data. Because when I have AI look up something, I have it throw out all of the abstracts, all of the conclusions, any social media posts, any mainstream media posts. I have them throw out all of the articles and all like that. I have to take just the data from every known study, and then it compiles the data to come up with it. So it's actually what the data says. It's actually what your fucking data says. So that's reality. Like, we don't need to. I will debate anybody on it, but we don't really need to debate on it because it's not really a fucking debate. Then we go along this: the short-term medical burden per patient, U.S. average for the profit AI is going to be $18,000 to $25,000 a year. That is total medical burden that we all end up paying for, not just out of pocket, but that is insurance and stuff like that, right? The healthcare is $8,000 to $12,000, which is still substantial. However, the difference in profit is about $10,000 to $13,000 a year, and it's 2 to 2.6 times higher for the profit AI, which means it would be doing its job because one more time, the companies that would own it would be programming it to maximize profits because they legally have a responsibility to make as much profit as possible because they're publicly traded companies, or they have shareholders, or they're just greedy as fuck. Long-term total medical burden, 5 to 10 years. The profit AI is $120,000 to $180,000 within 5 to 10 years. It's ongoing drugs and complications from those drugs. And by the way, that's one more time, just the healthcare data, not me saying that. That's actually your own fucking data, healthcare. The health AI is 40 to 70,000 remission drops attribute cost 50 to 80% less. So the difference is $80,000 to $100,000 sustained 2 to 3 times higher due to no remission. So the idea is while progress is progress, it is not always positive for people. I hope everybody understands that. And I can list this in a bunch of other ways, but I really don't think all of the conveniences we have in our life right now are actually like good progress. So I saw a video just a couple minutes ago where this young woman was saying, like, can you believe we live in a country where we have to pay for food, where we have to pay for housing, where we have to pay for this and pay for that? Like, or she wasn't saying pay. She was like, we have to work for it. Now, I am not a big fan of the government taking a slice of anything, but I can tell you this: if we just stopped having people pay for stuff, if we stopped having people work for stuff, how are you going to purify your own water? How are you going to pure water? Like, somebody is going to be working, right? Like, you understand that. And my thought process is that we want to get closer to us doing that work, raising our own food as much as possible. We should have food forests in every lawn. Growing lawns is an absolute ridiculously fucking ludicrous waste of resources in my mind, because you can't eat that shit. You have to water that shit, taking a resource. You have to fucking fertilize that shit, taking a resource, but you can't fucking eat it. We should grow food, not lawns. But there would be nothing wrong with like community hatcheries and community fucking rabbit places and things like that, where the community or the people themselves raise meat locally to eat it. It would be better for the environment. You would know what was going into it, and you would be growing food, not lawns, so that it would take care of itself. Every tree you see that it gets planted by the government should be some sort of fruit-bearing or food-bearing tree. Like, we pay for that. Why would it not provide food? The issue is that we're sanitizing the planet from actual food that we can eat. We're planting grass and trees that don't bear fruit, don't bear food, for decoration and or whatever the fuck you want it to be. And then we are literally, like, in many places, almost every place, it is illegal to collect your own rainwater. It is illegal to collect your own rainwater. Flint, Michigan, you can't even drink the motherfucking water, but it is illegal to collect your own rainwater. Most places in the United States. If it was actually about our health, we would grow our own food, raise our own animals. We would put that work in. And then the community could, share back and forth. But we have to get past this fact that, like, convenience is always a good thing. Convenience is what's making us fat as fuck. Convenience, being able to press on a gas pedal, expend 2 calories worth of fucking energy, and get 3,000 calories, which would normally have taken the person probably 1,500 to 2,000 calories if they're good to collect, right? Like, it's beyond me to think that we are so far down this rabbit hole that for some reason we are viewing it at that as long as it makes it more convenient, it's better. Have you motherfuckers never seen the movie Wall-E? Like, I recently just watched it for the first time because frankly, I completely relate to it too much. But people get too convenienced and can't even motherfucking walk. I will now invite you to go to any fucking Walmart. Any fucking Walmart. They have so many motorized scooters, and guess what? It's not fucking elderly people most of the time. It's not people with one leg. It's fucking fat people. And of course, social media pushes and makes it seem normalized that it's perfectly fine to be this way. What the fuck is what are we thinking? Like how are we thinking that over consuming this much to the point where they have extra flesh just hanging the fuck off of people should be encouraged? I understand that if you lose your weight, trust me, I'm 1905 days no binge right now. That's the fucking day. That is this day. I'm 1905 days no goddamn binge. Give me 1 second. I will show you. 1905 days, no binge, none at all. 0 binges in 1905 days because I watch my nutrition and my sleep, my stress relief, those sorts of things. Like I do it every day because I realized that was going to be killing me. So I understand how people get there. Don't get me wrong. But to in some way fucking think that should normalize this shit, it's wild. It's totally off base. Like it's off kilter to me. So if you are thinking that for some reason, like the idea behind AI replacing doctors would be a good thing, and I speak against the healthcare industry fucking daily. Half the doctors on fucking turn that all the way up. Half the doctors on fucking on Twitter are complete fucking morons. I could destroy almost all of them in debate. My wife and I have cured more cases of type 2 diabetes than most of their entire medical practices. If you break your arm, go to a fucking doctor. If you have type 2 diabetes, get on a fucking treadmill, stop eating ultra processed foods, get proper hydration, and make sure that you fucking watch your blood sugars and know what spikes them. And hire me as a coach. Because that shit is in fact going to fucking kill you. And they are not going to cure you of it. They are just going to fucking maintain it. That is the issue, people. That is the true issue. They are just going to maintain it. And I really hope that everybody can understand that is a very bad thing. Like, if you take even the human aspect out of it, and the AI is just driven for profit, which if you think that that's not how it's going to be, you probably still wear a mask. Like, you really do. Like, everybody's got to kind of wake the fuck up and realize that this is a very bad spot we're in as a people, as a race. Right? If AI takes over those jobs and then AI takes over like security, I think that they're going to fucking put armed security on people with AI. This is very bad. Like I've seen these movies. If you're not getting a fucking freaked out feeling, if you think all this shit is a good idea, I'm very much worried about you. I really do. Because if you can't see the writing on the wall that something horrible is coming, especially when it comes to our healthcare, like we need healthcare reform to the point where we try to have it be preventative, where we try to make it so there is not as much profit involved, where it is way more about patient care, remission, and patients living a long, happy, healthy health span as well as lifespan. We need to make sure that people are as healthy as we can for as long as we can, because health span means they are not as much of a burden to themselves, their families, community, the country, even the planet. So we need to look out for those things. But if you think it's like the profit of the industry is disgusting now, wait till you put AI in charge of people. There's already fucking people talking about how the best brain surgeon ever is going to be some sort of fucking AI. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't be the best brain surgeon. I am just stating that there is no fiduciary value involved in them curing you of anything, especially if they can program a computer to maximize what you pay, which is what an AI that would be in charge of the healthcare company would fucking do. Because one more time, that would be its fucking job. Its job would not be to make sure it manages the health of the patient first. It would look out for profit first. period. So I hope everybody understands where I'm coming from. I'm going to be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Hope everybody has a good day. I'm going to go blow my nose. My allergies are killing me. I hope everybody has a great day. God damn.